Hello, hello. Thank you for tuning in to the FWG Weather. That stands for Florida Weather Guy. And I want to go over our forecast. We're going to look at what Monday's going to bring for us. Then we'll look at Monday's in detail. And then the next 5 days, we'll go over that briefly. Okay. So, with that being said, we're going to jump right into the Monday's. Well, actually, hang on a second because we gotta go on here so I can share my screen. Here we go. Now we can share it. There we go. Now we're starting to share. Okay. We're going to look at Monday's forecasts and around our Florida area and then specifically targeting our Tampa Bay regional weather area, which includes Pinellas County for Monday. Okay. And I'm using the wrap one tonight. The other night, I used the HRR. Like I said, I'm going to use different models from time to time. And we're going to see the accuracy of each model and see how they perform. And we'll do that in the evening when I do overnight forecast, just a brief overnight forecast, and then the next daily forecast. And then the next 5 days. So each day will be a new 5-day forecast. All right. So this is for Monday. Now let's get right into it. And as you can see right here, so the air temperatures out west of Florida in the Gulf are anywhere from lower to mid 70s. Overnight low going out 7 o'clock in the morning as we're heading off to work and school tomorrow. Looks like Tallahassee is going to be the coolest, and along with Gainesville at 55 degrees, Jacksonville 59, Daytona 66 because they're closer to the water, Orlando 61. In our Tampa Bay regional weather area, 63 in Tampa, 63 in Sarasota. Fort Myers at 63. Miami, you're at 73, so they're closer to the water. And West Palm Beach at 64 degrees. Let's see what. And Pensacola. Pensacola, you're at 60. Yeah, you're at 64 degrees around Pensacola and stuff. Okay, that's Pensacola. Let's look at the simulated radar at 7. And let's take these off, and we're going to run it through the whole day tomorrow. So we're going to start out at 7 o'clock, and we'll take these off. Those are going to be a few. So the simulated radar is what the radar could look like at 10 a.m. There's a spotty shower just around south of Gainesville and north and west of Orlando and just east of Jacksonville. But let's run it through the whole day tomorrow. There's another spotty shower at 1 p.m. south of Tampa, south and east of Tampa, and north of West Palm. Let's run some more. At 3 p.m., West Palm again. So this goes up until 6 p.m., and this will be throughout the day tomorrow. So this is our daily planner for the. So we're seeing what the temperature is going to be. So let's go back. So at 3 p.m., 86 will be the high looks like for Gainesville. Some 70s to lower 80s, rest of the state, and some mid to upper 70s in the southwest part, West Palm and Miami, and around Daytona, Jacksonville, mid 70s to upper 70s. And the rest of the state, right in this area right here, this area right in here, it looks like lower to mid 80s tomorrow. But I'm calling for 86 tomorrow. But yeah, we might be in the mid 80s. So 86 will be the high end of the forecast for tomorrow. So, and let's look at let's look at our wind speed tomorrow. We got 11, we got 8, 8, 8. On down around south of Miami, 17. And these are from the east. Yeah, about 17 miles an hour. We'll see what the wind gust is going to be tomorrow. Generally from 11 to about 13, down around Miami in that area right here, 20 miles an hour. Okay, let's look at the precipitable water tomorrow. We're all under, at least we're all under an inch and a quarter, inch and a half, inch and 3/4, 2 inches. So we're all under the threshold of any possibility of some rain, although the future radar showed some rain, but it's going to be very hard to produce rain tomorrow in them conditions. But this shows quite a bit of cloudiness though. So let's look. Let's take a. Oh yeah, in the afternoon we're definitely going to be cloudy, not clouder, cloudy. The clouds are going to be quite a bit tomorrow because as you can see, this is the dew point, this is the air temperature, and you can see it's going to take most of the day, and then see where they come close together. That's where the air is going to be saturated when the dew point and the air temperature is about the same for most of the day. Yeah, they're saying 0.79 for it's under an inch. So we still may have some clouds tomorrow, but that's what it says. So let's look at, continuing throughout the rest of the afternoon. So as you can see in the morning, let's go in the morning. Let's go back to 7. 7 in the morning, it's going to be cloudy in this general area right here. Then as the morning progresses, then more and more clouds. According to the RAP model. Let's just take a look up a long range model and see what they're saying. The same thing. Yeah, they're saying about the same thing. But they're not. Oh, this is Sunday. Monday. Let's go Monday, 11 a.m. Yeah, they're saying about the same thing. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to see. Okay. Now I got to add in my forecast. And we got to go up here to do that. And here to do that. And we got to go here. We got to go up here. And here. And here. I'm looking up on my monitor. That's why I keep looking up. Sorry about that. Well, let's see if we can add that in. Yep. There we go. This is what we want. So that comes in, then we'll start talking about it. We'll add it to the stage as soon as it gets done processing. Then we'll talk about it. And now we're going to talk about it, and we're going to make this full. There we go. Your Monday FWG weather for Pinellas County. But we also looked at the state for tomorrow too, as well. This is my official Pinellas County forecast for tomorrow. I'm not expecting any weather hazard, so we're in the clear. That's why we're in the dark green. So Monday the 13th for the day and night forecast. Mostly sunny tomorrow, but as you've seen on the as we went into the discussion about the weather possibilities tomorrow, as you can see, I got a little bit of the sun covering, a little bit of the clouds covering the sun. So that's mostly sunny tomorrow. The winds are from the east at 6 to 8, and maybe some gusts up to 15 tomorrow out of the east. And I'm predicting a high of 86, but we may have to brush that down into the mid 80s. So it's going to be well above 81 tomorrow, as that computer model showed. I'm for sure of that. Unless the clouds come in earlier than what we expected, then our temperature may be down just a little bit. So from the mid 80s, we may go down into the lower 80s. So we're just going to call for lower 80s to mid 80s tomorrow. Tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, as we've seen on that computer model, as we were showing what the atmosphere could look like around, I think it was 6 p.m. tomorrow night, and going into the overnight forecast, mostly cloudy, and you're going to have north winds at 6 to 8 miles an hour, and we're going to have an overnight low of 64 degrees. Now, this is my next 5-day Pinellas County weather forecast. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm going to throw in some clouds in there. We'll check each day. So tomorrow I have the full detail Tuesday forecast. Then we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays for the 5-day forecast. So each day I'll do that detail. But this is for Monday for tomorrow. Monday's forecast I'm talking about right now that I just talked about. Now, I'll have tomorrow night, I'll have Tuesday's forecast. Then we'll talk about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But anyways, with that being said, Tuesday, right now I'm calling for 87 degrees, east winds at 4, and your gust up to 15, and your overnight low of 66. Wednesday, we're going to have a southeast winds at 4, and your high temperature of 86, and your overnight low of 65. We may have some gusts up to 13 miles an hour. Thursday, you're going to have a high of 87, your overnight low of 66 with sun and clouds, and the southeast winds at 3, gusting up to 10 miles an hour. Friday, you're going to have a high of 88, an overnight low of 67 with sun and clouds. Your southeast winds at 3 may gust up to 11 miles an hour. And look at Saturday. Whoa, look at this Saturday. It is going to get hot. We're going to approach 90 here in Pinellas County for Saturday. You're going to have a high of 89, a low of 69. Your winds are going to still be from the south and east at 3 miles an hour, and your gusts may be 10. And as we see, there's no measurable rain in the near future. So we'll look at the extended forecasts for the rest of the week. We'll keep an eye on that simulated radar, what the radar could like for the upcoming week. We'll look at that, but also we'll look at the simulated radar, the future radar for every single time that I come on live. We'll just see if there's any possible rain, and we may look at the national radar starting tomorrow night and see what we're going on when we just update the evening forecast, and then Tuesday forecast, and then the next 5 days forecast. Sorry for a long video, but this is how we're going to go. We're going to do something in detail. I don't want to go too long, but I want to keep it in detail for each and evening as we speak. So, with that being said, this has been your FWG weather for Pinellas County. I'm your forecaster, Jeffrey A. Gentry. Have a great evening. Be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow evening. And like I said, we're going to discuss Tuesdays. We'll discuss the rest of Monday evening's forecast. We'll discuss Tuesday's forecast in detail. We may have to adjust the temperatures here and there and the winds here and there. And we'll look up, but I don't think there's any rainfall for for Tuesday. So if there is, we'll adjust that. And then we'll have the next 5-day forecast going into Sunday. All right. Well, have a great one. I'll see you on the next one. And bye for now.